Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die Presents Enter the Dungeon episode 12. I'm your demon host Marty, joined by the full Ontario crew. Let me get their lovely faces in place in their right order. No, we don't need two Martys. We need a Marty and a Mark. And I will unmute their microphones. How is everyone doing tonight? Hot mics, hot mics, hot mics.
I am doing well.
As I hit the button that made everything minimize. There we go. All right.
My exercise and diet plan, I'm getting a little dinged up. I got some bruises, but I did hit some PRs with overhead work. And then I played soccer today, and then Jessica's like, we should have sushi. And I'm like, we shouldn't have sushi. I always eat way the fuck too much when we have sushi. So then we had sushi. And then I ate way too much, and I had to take a nap because my body's like, no. I know what I need to do with this. This is going to go in for a second chin where this sushi's going.
Nice.
I basically gave myself a carb coma.
It happens to the best of us.
Carb comas are the best comas.
Exactly. It can't be that high in carbs. It's a bunch of raw fish and rice. Yeah, it's a bunch of raw fish, but it's really a bunch of rice.
Hey Fox, how's it going?
Fox.
Hola.
We do a recap of what's going on last time, unless you have anything to add to carb coma there, Mark.
No, I do not.
Did you watch?
I'll let the carb coma speak for itself.
Did you watch last game?
I did.
Look at you. Look at you.
You hate spiders from now on. I got you.
Got it.
Yeah.
I think for being a good player and watching the game that you missed in VOD form is worthy of the extra hero point tonight.
Yeah.
So you can give your extra hero point to Krieger or to Darian.
Oh, I'm gonna give it to Krieger.
Krieger seems to get into more trouble than
He does,
Darian
yeah.
does. However, I do remember the battle against the Bugbears where Darian was the cork in your retreat bottle.
I recall that one as well.
You guys,
Hey, Ahmed, how's it going?
answering a very special call.
Your wife is calling?
I'm not asking.
Kids?
I will
Work?
not ask.
No, when nature calls, you pick up that phone. Because if you don't,
I fell for
you're
that
going
one.
to end up running faster than you thought possible.
You didn't think this joke all the way through, did
No,
you?
I-
It started out strong, but
It's not a joke, dude. It's not a joke. It's,
Did you ring the bell?
I had a life-changing event. Let's just say that.
It was a life-changing.
The bell outside the washroom that you ding just to let everyone know that you're still alive.
Dang, I rang that bitch hard. Dude, what's going on? Are we streaming?
yes.
Yes.
Hey guys! Hello, internets.
Oh my god, I'm so afraid right now. Oh, what sort of mood are you in? Oh, remember, we all have jobs. 3 of you have wifelings.
Mortgages.
Yeah, mortgages, jobs. Oh, funny. All right, so that's Ahmed's update. Great.
I'm convinced my work is reasonable enough. If I just act shocked and just shut off my computer, they'll be fine.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Last game was called Itsy Bitsy. After a period of downtime, Alcur, Ptolemy, Bonecrusher, and Krieger travel to the Declo Grove to rid it of monstrous spiders. Oscar, Darian, and Shadow transport their prisoner, Alarith the Beautiful, to the Sanitarium of St. Solars.
Planetarium.
Sanitarium. No, it's the actually planetarium.
Planetarium.
Oscar, Darian, Shadow return to Hamlet. No worse for wear, but they did spend all the downtime effectively traveling. They did not encounter any dangers along the road, as they've probably defeated the bandits and the wolves that would have giant bats, gnolls that would present themselves as dangers. Although there was a chance. I had something planned. We will save for later. The party reunites at the Inn of Welcome just as Ptolemy Alkur, Bonecrusher, and Krieger return to Hamlet to make a deal with the Tarim the Woodcutter for a piece of this precious, precious darkwood that he's going to go and harvest by permission of Jeru of Jeru the Druid of the old
We
ways.
negotiated a Darkwood Great Club. I
Yes.
don't know who likes clubs, but they like hammers. But
Now,
Yeah.
Fox is asking a very excellent question about what does level up
What-
look like
what
in
did
this
you do
system
at
at
five?
5th. Okay, so let's start with Ptolemy. Ptolemy is now a 5th level aberrant sorcerer, which means that sorcerers, along with dedicated casters or prepare casters, do gain 3rd level spells. I was surprised to find out at 5th level. So he's got blindness. His signature spell is haste, which can be later on heightened heroism. He got through his bloodline vampiric touch, and then his occult evolution allows him to pick one mental spell anywhere, and I just kind of pushed it into the 3rd level spell slots. He's got paralyze. Also, he took at 5th level the ancestry feat called Adaptive Adept. This builds upon Adapted Cantrip, where he adds a cantrip or a 1st level spell from the arcane tradition to his repertoire. He is an occult caster, so he chose a arcane spell at 0th level. So he chose an arcane spell at 2nd, or at the 2nd feat. He took Shocking Grasp because I saw how much damage output Shocking Grasp can do, and he's got these 20-foot-long tentacle things that he can deliver spells with. Now, it says that this spell, when he picks it, he cannot heighten it. However, sorcerers get to pick one spell that they know at each level as their signature spell. So he spent some time during the 24 days of downtime retraining his signature spell to be Shocking Grasp. So he can now cast this as a 2nd or 3rd level spell, and I'll have to look at what damage dice it does, but I think it base Shocking Grasp is 2d12, and it just starts to go up from there. It's pretty scary. Ptolemy, don't let Ptolemy touch you, is basically the gist of this.
That was the case anyway.
He got occult evolution. Oh, he also became trained in one skill with that feat, which was neat. And his int went up with his bonuses. He put 2 into Dex, 2 into Con, 2 into int, and 1 into Charisma, because after 18 it only goes up by 1.
Yeah.
So that gave him an extra language. If you put stuff into int, you do gain an extra language because your languages are based off of int. He took Dwarven. You do get an extra trained skill because that's also part of the formula. So he is now, and then he also got skill training at 5th. So he's expert in Arcana and expert in occultism. Yeah, I think this is a big power level for Ptolemy, with haste and an uber touch spell. Pretty cool stuff. And then I think he got that the mentalist staff, which added a couple of items to a couple of his spells to his list, Mind Link and Phantom Pain. And there was one other spell. They built him a charm called the Pendant of the Occult, which gives him guidance as a cantrip, which he can cast as an occult level spell. So he's got a plethora of spells this level. All right, who is next? Mark Krieger. What did
Krieger, he got
does he know Aklo? He did not learn Aklo. I think he learned. In my mind, he learned Dwarven because effectively Oscar is his guardian. Like Oscar's the one that kind of raised him and looked after him. So I chose that. I'll make a note actually that maybe next time his int goes up, that he knows Aklo or could learn it from his own dreams. So where his languages? So I'm gonna make a note. Access to Party Dream Fever. It should be Aklo. Cool. It is the language of tentacle monsters. I like the way you think, Fox.
So
Krieger,
I
what's
got
going on here?
5th level. I think 5th level all around's fairly similar for all. He got an ability boost, which I put into strength. No shock there, I don't think, to anyone. Ancestry feat. For that, I took natural skill.
Don't you get 4 ability boosts?
You get 4 ability boosts.
You got 4, dude.
4?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't use
Yeah.
them all in the same spot, though, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But you get +2 to 4 ability scores, +1 if it's 18 or higher.
Yeah, you got some
Well,
updating
I'm
to
going to
do.
make an adjustment here shortly.
Okay.
Shut up. It'll take 2 seconds.
That's awesome.
Anyhow, the ancestry feat I gave him was natural skill, so he gains trained proficiency in 2 skills, which I gave him on top of. That comes 3 with, so it's just naturally you get a new skill.
Yep.
So I gave him acrobatics, diplomacy, and intimidation. Acrobatics is because he's a physical guy, and intimidation and diplomacy from working at the bar. Sometimes you got to be mean, but you got to be nice.
I like it. Krieger's becoming the union boss almost. You know all those workers that you're working with, Bone Crusher? Don't worry, Krieger will unionize the guys building the castle, and double the cost, and triple the time.
It'll be late and over budget.
Yeah, right. But everyone's got their own home.
Materials will be missing.
Right.
Why
Why is everyone's house made out of stone?
They also get brutality, barbarians. It increases the ranks for simple and martial weapons and unarmed strikes to expert.
Woo!
I'm trained.
That's
an
a
extra
plus
+2 to
2.
hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
while he's raging, he gains access to the critical specialization effects for these weapons.
Well, you're going to teach us what the critical specialization effects are for these
Yeah,
weapons.
it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oscar will also be teaching that.
Good. Apparently, I don't have to do reading. I'll just have my players teach me.
Now, for
Power! This is actually really good because then our foes won't be more than a level or 2 higher than us because they won't know what they're doing.
You forget. There's all sorts of wonkiness in here.
Creepy crawlies.
Yep.
now, as for Darian, same thing. Did I give him an extra skill?
What
I
do you
did.
think
His
is your-
extra skill was athletics because he didn't have that before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he had that.
It's not an extra. It's not an extra skill. It's a skill.
He
increase.
he upped his
Yeah.
rank in athletics instead of another skill because he's got lots already.
Does it
for
actually
his fifth
say
level-
you can do that?
I think so.
Okay.
With your skill increase?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get it. Well, you can get it.
You
only
can't
up
you
to
can't
expert.
put it up to master yet till 7th.
Okay. But it actually says you gain a
Yeah,
training
you
or
can
you can up.
increase
Okay.
a train to expert. Just you can't go up to anything up to master yet till 7th level.
Okay, cool.
Fifth
Where do you...
level, I gave him cooperative nature.
Oh, you want to also boost his ability scores?
Yes, I'll take care of that.
Yeah.
That gives him a +4 circumstance bonus when he's trying to aid someone.
Oh,
That's nice.
that is significant.
Well, it's a +4 to the roll to aid, not to the aid.
Oh, I
Aiding-
see. But still,
Aiding is hard.
yep.
Yeah,
'Cause
but
the aiding-
it's more
the
likely to
DM
hit
decides
that
the aid
+2
and-
or
oh,
something.
sorry. The example for aiding was the AC of the monster. I want to aid to hit the monster. Okay, hit the monster.
So what I've been
Why
doing.
would you do that?
No, but what I've been doing is making it more than 10, which was first ed rule, but I haven't been making it the AC of the monster because that's pretty dumb. Yeah.
But how many times can you try to aid? You have, let's say, you have 4 attacks or 3 attacks,
I believe it counts as an attack.
so you
so
can keep trying to aid,
Yeah, but
aid.
Yeah, but I don't know
You have
if
a
it's-
penalty.
Yeah.
You have
I
multi-attack penalty.
don't know if those.
Yeah,
stack,
I
though.
get it.
I don't know if those.
I
Stack.
get it.
Oh, and he gets he also gets he gets weapon expertise. His proficiency for simple and martial weapons increases to expert.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's +2
Yeah,
to hit.
a lot of guys got that.
I think so. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure your guys got that too.
Oh no.
Yep.
I just know how to stab people good.
Sweet. All right, Shadow, what's going on there?
Ooh, Shadow. Shadow, here. Shadow, I'll read you what the book gave you, and I'll tell you what I did. Shadow did the following. In 5th level, Shadow gets the ability boost, ancestry feat, skill increase, trackless step, and weapon expertise. Trackless step, basically, I can you gain benefits of the cover tracks feat in a specific terrain without moving at half speed. So basically, I can run away from people without being hidden. Over that, let's see. Shadow increased the following: 2 to strength, 1 for dex because I'm already at 18, 2 for con, and 2 for wisdom. So, say bueno.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the next thing that went up that was important is his weapon proficiency. So basically, my attacks went up by 2 because I became an expert in that.
It says trained or expert for simple or martial weapons only for prey.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's for prey. You're making all the details. But my bonus is my bonus right now for hitting a prey is plus 16, which is pretty good before the magics. Then the next thing that Shadow got. So I increased his through an ancestry feat. I got another general feat, which is Fleetfoot.
Why is it plus
Fleetfoot.
4 for prey?
Because of the weapon expertise.
Oh, I see. It's a plus 2 on top of expert. Interesting. Cool.
Yeah. And then you've got my increase went to nature in skills. I went from trained to expert.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do my survival, but I have to wait 2 levels before I can up that. My next feat was so my ancestry feat was increased by 5.
Your speed.
My speed, yeah, increased by 5, so now it's 30 feet. And that was it for Shadow.
I'm going to fix your typo of 40 feet. It's actually 30 feet.
40 feet?
Don't worry, I got you.
Oh, yeah, you fixed it. Okay, sorry, I saw that now. Okay, Mr. Crusher. Mr. Crusher took, so monks, they get the following. The ability boost, alertness, ancestry feat, expert strikes, and skill increase. So, what he did with his ability boost was strength, dex, con, and wisdom. Very, very similar to Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
So my melee attacks now are at plus 14s because of the weapon expertise. His movement's at 40 feet. And then the skill that went up is athletics. Went from trained to expert. And then I increased I gave him the same thing as well, fleet. It's just called fleet, which increases his 35 to 40. And the other thing was alertness. So his perception is now expert. Okay. So both theirs increased, which is bueno.
Cool. While you guys are chatting, make sure you update all of your initiative-based stats in the initiative sheet.
Okay,
yep.
Yeah.
I did it for some, but not others. And it'll tell you what level you're operating at in the sheet as well. Ptolemy's updated, Darian's updated, Krieger's updated. You may have to update yours again, Mark, because your ability scores have probably changed. So I'm going to knock those back down to 4th.
Okay, Perceptionus.
and it will highlight when your level is not 5th for some reason. It is not doing that for... Okay. Oscar and Elker.
Okay, so the important characters, aka my characters. All right, Alker got 5th. He basically took the opportunity to become smarter, more charismatic, more wise, and very slightly harder to kill. So plus 2
you're doing
con.
Alker first? Yeah.
Was that?
Alker first? Yeah.
Yeah, Alker. Plus 2 con, plus 2 int, plus 1 wisdom, plus 2 charisma. So he's got an 18 int, 19 wisdom, 14 charisma, and working on it. So he's so yeah, that has helped out his arcane DCs. As well, the con is I give him a nice bump in hit points. Any hit points, good. Now for powers, he learned a new skill from the intelligence boost. He took acrobatics, I think. Yeah, he took acrobatics as the skill he learned. From leveling, he got a skill increase where he increased his medicine. He took Sylvan as his new language.
Your medicine is listing as trained right now. Should that be expert?
That should be expert. I'll fix that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I was waffling around where that bonus would go. I think I had it in diplomacy. I moved it back. For his ancestry feat, he took the most Alcurian feat I've ever seen. Ageless Patience. Gain a plus 2 circumstance bonus on perception and skill checks by spending double the time.
Yep, that sounds like him.
If you get a natural 1 on the roll, just treat it as a 1, not as a critical failure. So there's going to be a lot of him going,
Well,
So, yep, he's a patient guy.
You may want to fix that sentence I'm highlighting there. That doesn't...
Probably. Recognize spell was the skill feat that I took.
Okay.
It's the same as Ptolemy's.
Yep.
Then for spell casting, I got third circle spells. I'm a divine caster, so I get them as a I select them each day. Currently have Circle of Protection and Heroism prepared. And I think that's it, aside from the gear from last session.
Does your arcane spell list go up?
My arcane spell list goes up when I reach 6th.
Okay.
Yeah, the multi-class caster thing, you've really got to pick good spells. You really don't get that many of them. Yeah, no, I'll get a second circle spell at 6th, and then I will get a third circle spell at 8th, I think, or 9th, something like that.
Nice.
All right, I also got alertness, meaning that I became an expert in perception. Cool. Oscar, basically has increased his ability scores in terms of a +1 to Dex, and then +2 Con, +2 Int, +2 Wisdom.
excuse me.
Being entirely practical. He received a new skill rank and a new skill feat, because rogues get skill feats and skill ranks at every level. He took acrobatics, expertise in acrobatics as his 5th.
Nice.
As his int score skill, he took arcane. His language, he took gnomish.
Here, I'll add that up for you. +10.
Yeah, the adding might not be done correctly. Well, I
my list too.
I haven't gone through and done the adding.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Stone Cunning is the new ancestry feat. Basically +2 on perception and free check for noticing stonework. Skill feat is trick magic item.
Nice.
So
Basically, use magic device.
Use magic device effectively. He got +1 sneak attack, so +1d6 sneak attack. and then a power called Weapon Tricks. Weapon Tricks means that when you sneak attack somebody with a rogue weapon, which is a paraphrase of the sentence, you get to apply the critical power if you crit. So he can crit with daggers, unarmed strikes, sword, rapier. We'll give a sword, a sword critical power. So we'll be playing with some of them.
Neat.
Quick.
Ahmed, does Doom upgrade in any way?
No. So the animal companions level when you get a feat, and you choose one of the feats to increase them. So
But their
base scores increase based on my base score.
No, but you add your level to their stats and shit.
No. They don't get that. You need to. So right now it's a young animal. It would be a.
But it's AC and its hit are based.
It goes
off
up
of
by
your level.
1.
Okay.
All of it goes up by 1.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but so the next power boost for it is when I take a feat for it.
Got it. But
Now it's just a regular.
it's slowly
It has improved.
It has more hit points. Its 2 hit and its AC have gone up. Its skills have gone up. So you do need to update this sheet that you got going. Okay. All right. So the group has met back at the Inn of Welcome. That was leveling up offline, and then there was a bunch of treasure that has been sprinkled throughout the party because of the hard works of Alcur. And you guys are preparing for your next phase. So, yeah, all the jobs that Lara said that we'd be getting, says Ptolemy, we got those jobs shortly after you came back. Oh yes, and Darian, one of the jobs came from Turjon, the high priest of your religion. He's a bit of a dick.
I agree.
Duly noted.
However, he said he received a vision that we need to find a pink rock. It was pink, right?
I believe so, yes.
Was a pink rock.
And that buried underneath the pink rock or nearby is an artifact of your religion that is cloaking a idol of the enemy.
I see. Could it be... Perhaps I should go speak to him myself.
That would probably be wise. It was a terse conversation. He's a bit of a bloviate.
We already have the job, but maybe we should...
He looks at you in such a way, and then you realize he probably doesn't know what bloviate means.
Braggart.
Blowhard.
Fine.
with a bit of chum bucket.
I'm not sure how that pertains to... My lord!
Didn't he just grow up like a sweet child who was
Perhaps you ought not go around insulting high priests in public.
That's probably a good idea.
Tommy's holding his breath.
You can breathe.
Okay, yes, I forgot that for a moment. Isn't it weird that you don't think about breathing until you... And you're doing it until you start thinking about breathing, and then you have to remind yourself to breathe.
That's why I aim for the base of the neck.
Well, see, sometimes it's good to think about your breathing so that you can slow it down so that people can't hear you breathing.
Yes, there's nothing worse than sniveling and crying while you're trying to play hide and go seek for reals.
You know what else is hard to play hide and seek with?
What's that,
And
Krieger?
he lets out a squeaker. It's Krieger.
Oh,
I
yes.
thought about it. I had to think about it. I got it though.
Bodily functions are, well, your worst enemy.
Tell me about it.
Oh yeah, especially we smelt that tower there. You'd been in there for months. We could tell.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
I thought about bottling my own,
Nope, my lord, you're not gonna bottle anything.
No, I wouldn't do that.
but Oscar
Didn't work out so well.
sold all the bottles, so I wasn't able to do that very well.
Good job, Oscar.
At your service.
I'm pretty sure I helped the algae grow in the pool, though.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Waste not, want not.
Both of you. Yeah. Oscar, you're not allowed to speak to Naomi again. Period.
You know, if you boil up the algae, I'm pretty
No.
certain you could eat it.
Yeah, you can. actually.
Tommy's like, no.
It's just like seasoning. Yeah, it's green, fluffy seasoning.
No.
Times I guess haven't been hard enough yet.
Crush has just got he's got his mouth open like.
Every time you've tried that, you've made me sick, Oscar.
Well, you just gotta get your digestive tract adapted to the delicacies or that dwarvish cuisine.
Swimming in the algae is fun, though.
Wouldn't that cause irritation, itching?
You'd think.
Not if you got a protective layer of funk on you, you're fine.
You all have problems.
Yes.
No, I swim in
All-
algae all the time.
All
And
of you.
And apparently, for us to get back this mask of five-faced god or whatever it is, we have to go and defeat some sort of giant and a bear that are known to frolic in the meadows around the ancient battle site.
Yeah.
All
We'll
right.
see how that goes.
That's what giants do, right? They frolic.
Yes, my lord, that's what they're known for. Frolicking amongst the trees and flowers.
Wonderful. Then this should be a piece of cake.
I remember a story about a bear who liked to eat honey. Maybe this bear likes honey.
Who doesn't like honey? It's delicious.
Matter of fact.
So, or do you think it like a stinky dead thing?
Hey, you know what I think we should do? We should smear honey all over Shadow and let him run around. And he'll chase the bear away.
That might work. Can
That's
you
a
outrun a
hard
bear?
no.
Why don't I go have a quick chat with our high priest?
All right. You can go and tell him we're on the job.
Of course, my lord.
Do you require some sort of? Do you require some sort of escort?
Well, we just tracked through the woods for the last 30 days. I'm pretty sure I'll walk through town. I'll be fine.
Well, be careful about the bandits. There are 3 of them.
There
Yes.
are no good nicks in the streets.
The ones we
Wow.
ran into.
I certainly
forest.
hope I run into no good nicks. Always makes my day.
Well, we made a rule. You can't go alone.
Yes. Especially if you're a weenie.
Yes.
I'll come along with you.
I am a weenie.
Alka and I are weenies.
It's not something to be proud of, my lord.
It means we know magic and you don't.
Is that what they told you? All right.
It's good to know your station, I suppose.
Yes. Take one of the non-weenies with you, Squire.
As you wish, my lord. Crusher, Would you mind?
No, not at all. Perhaps we can train on the way.
No, we can't. We're walking through the streets, Crusher.
Oh, it'll be fun.
Play touch blood in the street.
Okay, there are a couple of Burns Badgers. They nod to the two of you as you guys are crossing the bridge, like they kind of give you proper respect. Darian, holy fuck, that is a big spider. You can see in like a wet an apple cart. There's this massive spider that kids are poking with sticks. It's just sort of leaking and it's all bashed in. Its mandibles have already been snipped, and it looks like somebody has cut its underbelly a little bit. Hordes of flies are all around it. You can see some guard come over and is like tossing like some soapy water on top of it, perhaps to keep it from rotting so much, or to chase away the flies.
What is that?
Oh, that was the spider thing that we ran into the other day. We dragged it in with us. It had a whole bunch of other little ones around it, but that was the big one, the mother.
That is terrifying.
Indeed. Krieger and I worked on it fiercely. And of course, Ptolemy and Elka were there. Useless, but they were there.
Darian, you for a moment you kind of stop as that vision you had when you talked to Tyrion is coming back. Like the image of this spider is conjuring up the image again, and you can see like this creature's twitching body amongst the battlefield, but some of the spiders actually have people growing out of them. And in the distance, there is a mountain-sized spider that is moving hazed through the background of the battlefield, that is slowly moving across the battlefield, like some sort of gargantuan titanic thing that is horribly moving through the battlefield.
Yeah, I saw Stranger Things season 2. I got you. Or was it season 3? I can't remember.
Crusher, you noticed that Darian like had to grab the side of the cart as he grabbed his head.
Well, control yourself. I'm here. Don't worry. I got you, Darian. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's already dead.
I've been seeing things.
Most of us has of these tiresome days.
No,
During your journey.
These feel like memories, but they're not memories of anything I remember. That doesn't make sense. Anyway, speaking of terrifying, changing the subject completely. I want to talk to you about your brother.
Charlie, what has he done now?
It's not what he's done. I'm concerned about what he might do.
No. That wolf thing he likes. Keeps mentioning it. Never dwelled on it since we were children.
Hang on a sec.
I just typed something to Mark.
Yeah.
I totally distracted him.
Yeah, totally.
With this fucking curveball from...
I was doing this one thing and like wheels turning over here now. We will talk.
Mm-hmm.
What was I saying? Oh, sorry. Sorry, I had another vision.
Okay, you can continue on. You can see some grungy-looking man-at-arms mercenary types. They just eyeball you as you go by. They're definitely guarding the shop, which looks like a trading post. They do not nod. They are not polite. You reach the Church of Saints and step inside. There's an acolyte there who is like cleaning a little alcove with an urn in it. He turns around. He sticks the cleaning feather quickly off to the side. Oh, blessings of the Five upon you. You are Darian Montague, knight of the realm and of the Five-Faced God, are you not?
Greetings. And he pulls out a handshake.
Yep. First, he actually shows you the 5 fingers with open palm.
Oh yeah, we go through the bridge bowl.
Yeah, you go through the
hello,
greeting.
and
So,
then we have a human
handshake
greeting.
like a cool.
You do stick his hand out. He does look at it for a moment, but then seems very pleased that you're willing to touch him. You're not sure, like, to greet him in this way. I am Acolyte Chalmer. I am the understudy of Canon Turgeon.
It's a pleasure to meet you. It's my understanding that the High Priest gave the Baronet a quest of sorts. I'm just here to suss out a few details that perhaps the Baronet may have skipped over.
I see. Yes, they are sort of a motley band. He says as he passes judgment along, glancing at Crusher when he says that, but does not offer any apology.
We get the job done.
It is a fair assessment. He says with a touch of dismay.
Stay here, bask in the glory of the saints that have worshipped the 5-faced god before us. I shall go and see if Canon Turgeon is ready to receive visitors. He takes a polite step off to the side with a bow as he gets to the door. It's like he didn't show you his back.
Okay.
You wait for a moment. The church is made out of stone. There are a few stained glass windows, each depicting one of the faces, the 5-faced god. I will give you an extra hero point without looking at your notes. You can name all the names of the faces. Of the
Oh, you
five-faced god.
changed one on me though. You changed one on me after I wrote it.
Yep.
Okay, there's the Conqueror.
Yep.
There's the Mother.
Yep.
There is. Oh my God, I wrote it. Fuck. Conqueror, Mother. There's the. It's not Architect. Is it the Architect?
Architect. Yep.
Architect. Mother, Architect. The
Guy with the curly wig.
Judge. Yeah, that's the.
Yep.
And the. I can't. Oh, fuck.
You can't remember the last one?
I can't remember the last one.
The supervisor.
Oh, that's the one you changed.
It is the one I changed, isn't it?
That's the one you changed.
Because I think one was the father, and I'm like, they're all the judge and the conqueror. The others are kind of fatherly, anyways. So we don't.
No, I think I'd put like Meister or something for supervisor.
The foreman?
Is effectively the person who orders other people around, kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Close. All right. So.
So I get 4/5 of a hero point, which is useless until you get.
They're like bulk.
Yeah, they're like bulk.
All right. We'll say that you only got through 4 to the 5 of them, kind of like giving quiet blessings to them before the acolyte came back and cleared his throat. Turgeon will see the 2 of you now.
I can just wait out here. It's fine.
All right, I'll be out in a second.
Very well.
No problem.
Shall I tell you of the saints that he's now trying to fill Bone Crusher's
As Darian's
ear.
walking away, wouldn't hurt you.
I don't have an option.
So he starts blathering on about the many saints that previously dwelled here, and all of their
I
miracles.
lived with Darian.
Yep. Ha. Do mine eyes fool me, or do I see a knight before me?
He does the appropriate greeting and then whatever's required for their
Okay.
difference in station.
Yep, so he does raise his hand kind of in sort of a salute, but then holds out this multi-fingered ring of his that he is now expecting you to kiss.
It says OG on it. He kisses the ring.
Okay, he seems pleased that you are properly behaved and have shown the right difference to his station. You are Darian Montague, knight of the 5-faced god, trained at the sanitarium of St. Saulers.
All true, sir.
It has pleased me to know that St. Saulers hasn't, well, deprived our church of a paladin, as he has done throughout the centuries.
Sanitarium houses all sorts.
It does
All sorts of good, mind you.
It does indeed, which makes your raising of a paladin, raising to paladinhood, quite special indeed. When I received a missive from the master of the sanitarium explaining that you would be consecrated in the name, that you would receive knighthood by the old ways, it was by my blessing.
Well, thank you for that.
You need not give thanks to me, but only lifetime of service to our deity.
As is my pledge.
And in the afterlife you shall be judged, and they shall see how true your chime and the sound of your soul sings in heaven.
Well, so shall we all.
Not all of us. Not all of us get to walk the steps, the footpaths up the great 7 mountains. Not all of us can be pure. Some of us have to be pragmatic.
That's where that eyebrow involuntarily, right? That's a twitch eyebrow thing. So
Come again?
the Baronet told me something about a mask, artifact of the faith to find.
Yes. A foolish squire during the great battle against the Hordes of the temple dropped something that he was told to bring back to the temple. The artifact in question, he goes over and there's a book on the table, and he opens up the book to a place that has already been bookmarked, and there is a picture. It's a sketch or a series of 5 sketches, kind of like one bleeding into another, of various metallic masks. I have pictures for these things.
Oh, cool.
This is the Mask of 5 Faces. It is a divine and powerful device in its age. Once you've invested yourself to it, you can give blessing to, give thanks and prayer to one of the 5 faces, which will then manifest to the judge. It will help you perceive and root out suspicious activities of the conqueror. It will allow you to cloak yourself in the blessings of a bless spell, even if you wander far from the priests who cast it. The supervisor allows you to be a great leader in your actions and deeds. The mother will protect you against harm spells and negative energies. The architect will make you a better crafter and temper your failures. This artifact, we believe, was used to touch something of the enemy, something that should be recovered and should be locked away for study.
So be it.
I have spoken to Lord Mayor Byrne, and he has spoken highly of your band, that you cleared out this moat house of these bandits, that your band braved the giant spiders of Declo Grove. It is, I believe, necessary, by the visions given to me by the 5 faces, or one of them, that you and your band would go and procure these 2 items lost. And in my vision, beside a rock-stained pink, you shall find these things, buried under the scrub and grasses.
Well, if that is the will of our Lord, then that is what shall be done.
It is. And through me, their message is given.
So, what do we know about this giant?
He has been spotted. We believe that he is a man-killer. There have been reports pieced together over the years that this creature has been seen eating its victims and feeding the flesh of men to its bear. By the edicts of the conqueror and by the judgment of the judge, this creature and his pet, their lives are forfeit.
Understood. We'll get it taken care of.
Be
Will there be
careful.
anything else?
Be careful out in the meadows. There are still powers and spells that have caused many of those who fell on both sides to become restless. Other necromancers have used this place throughout the years as a training ground. You will most likely encounter undead.
Yeah, he pulls out his axe and makes it glow. Ready and waiting.
I have a small contribution to your success. He opens up a drawer. You can hear some bottles kind of jingling. He puts out one. He looks at you, puts out a second one. He pauses and then puts out a third. And he gives you 3 vials of holy water.
Thank you for this blessing.
I expect to see the mask.
You won't see me until you see that mask.
Your band, they listen to your words. They heed your direction.
Well, I suppose on a technical level, the Baronet is in charge, but he does tend to heed my counsel.
These are grim times, and they are uncertain. But under the powers that have been vested in me as High Priest, I've come to learn that I have the power to raise men who serve the church and their community to higher station.
Respectfully, I'm comfortable with my station. It's just an honor to serve the five-faced god.
Excellent. The recovery of this artifact is something that this church and the leaders of it have been desirous of for a long time. Return this artifact to the church, and my position as High Priest will be solid.
Well, okay then.
And those who are loyal shall be rewarded.
He just kind of, he's trying not to roll his eyes. He doesn't roll his eyes. He just kind of closes them for a second, like a hard squint. Like, all right.
He's doing?
Will there be anything else?
You have your charge. May the 5 faces guide you.
He gives him the salute and
Yep.
walks out. Just before he closes the door, he probably hears him, "Better patter, Crusher, we got work to do."
How many fingers on that salute?
There were 5.
Acolyte Chalmers just nods to you as the two of you leave.
You know what? I'm pretty sure that is like a soldier's joke. Like I've got a salute for you, and there's only one face you need to know, and it's the conqueror, you heathen. Something like that.
It is a it is a good piece of development there. Okay, you pass by the trading shop. You see some fat man locking up as you're leaving. He glances at the two of you as you go by. You see a bunch of kids poking
He
at
nods to people like
the cave widow spider. You can see that they're constructing a gallows.
Okay.
All right.
Who's that for? Wonder who that one is for. Probably the one we brought in with.
It's probably for Ald.
Hanging is too good for him.
Ald and Runty.
We're gonna have to tie bricks to his feet. He's so light. I don't know if his neck will snap.
So harsh.
Things you've seen, Darian. Very uncomfortable.
Yeah, you want to know what I've seen?
Crusher points at the spider.
Fair point. I spent 2 weeks with your brother and Oscar, just waiting for that Laris the Beautiful to turn them on me. Good. Your brother is far too interested in werewolves. Lycanthropy. That's what it's called? Lycanthropy?
Yes. I doubt it's... I worry for him, but that's why I keep him close. That's why I kept him with you.
I worry for him too. Now, you know, I love you like a brother.
Yes.
I like your brother well enough. But
He's
you know
good.
my feelings on creatures of evil.
No,
I don't want to have to make a hard choice, is all I'm saying.
his intentions are in the right spot. But
Are
his
they?
motives... No. That's why I'm keeping an eye on him. I feared he would have succeeded during the time of winter. I was actually happy to see him locked in a castle.
That's a hard bit of hope. You're happy to see your brother locked in a vampire's castle.
Yes, and he wasn't one. That's why I keep him close. Try to.
Well, just keep an eye on him, I guess.
Okay, while Crusher and Darian were off chatting with Turjan and walking through the village and having their discussion about Shadow, the others find out that Emridy Meadows is actually just south of the moat house. You kind of passed by where those meadows would be. They're on the other side of Arch Tree and a little bit south.
Oh, we get to go back.
What mode of transportation are you taking out to the meadows?
How far is it?
There's only one way to bring treasure back, and that's either through many magical bags.
2-3 days?
Have far too few of, or the wagon.
I almost picture like at some point there's going to be downtime and Oscar's just going to be like hitching like chests and things to the side so he can carry that much more treasure.
It sounds like you guys are taking the wagon.
Yeah,
again.
we're taking the wagon.
Nice. 5th level and you're fucking the carriage.
We're still on the wagon.
Giving. Awesome. Actually, that's not surprising given
the way we level in this.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the conversation.
This is Oscar's conversation. Think about it. Those guys have huge gear. How are we gonna carry it all? The skin of a bear that size? Whoa.
Dude, they've updated the rules. I don't know if Mark was here for that. The weight of Nibbles' club.
Yeah.
They now have like increased weight by weapon size category rules.
Oh,
and
they do.
It's like bulk 8 or bulk 12 or some nonsense.
Yeah. Not remaking that character.
If all you're carrying is the club, you'd be alright.
Yeah, that's
Just a club.
A naked goblin.
A loincloth.
Okay, is there any additional preparation you guys are making before you head out?
we didn't hear about the undead, right?
We were warned about undead.
Do we have anyone other than Darian that can damage undead? Is there something we can buy that can help us damage undead that is not consumable? A disruptive weapon, or whatever it's called.
Holy water, disruptive weapon. I believe I can enhance one of your weapons against for a short time. I could also prepare spells that harm and frighten the undead.
Oh shit! I never mind.
Many things we could do.
Then prepare them now.
I'm in town.
I should have asked if they were
When we
spirits
leave.
or other undead.
Yeah.
Because I can make my weapon ghost touch. I don't know.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna be fine.
No,
I ain't scared.
let me have a gander at the
I ain't scared of the
random
undead,
encounter
but you guys
tables from
pretty
this
fucked.
20-year-old module. Oh no, 30-year-old module. Give me a second.
So, disrupting weapons is a first circle priest spell. I could turn into a third circle spell to give plus 2d4 damage to two people's weapons. That's actually probably pretty good.
That is pretty good.
that is
Can you
pretty
heighten
good.
that spell?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
So, you know what? I will prep one of those.
That's yeah.
Alcur will be snooty to and then do what he was told to do. Me. Okay, it's a good idea.
He's got a point.
So I'm going to leave the circle of protection, and I will put disrupting weapons.
Okay, I'm on the conversation layer. Place your miniatures in your riding positions. Is it Oscar, Alcur, and Krieger that are riding up front on the bench?
Yeah. Yes.
Le conversation.
And then Ptolemy's in the back with Darian.
Shadow and Doom are on top.
And Crusher's down below.
Yeah, he'll be inside as well.
You better not let that beastie piss on the roof again.
It wasn't the beastie.
Yeah, the horses are a little skittish around the little baby wolf that's around. You've got blinders for them already, and that magical bell, and you're pretty good at handling them at this point. If you ever got to a bigger city, you might want to upgrade the horses to something a little more less naggish.
I don't know. That nag has to doing its job.
Okay, it's a 3-day trek to the ruins. It is passing through dangerous territory that has already been, up until recently, bandit territory. It's been a month since you cleared out the bandits of the moat house. Burns Badgers apparently have sent out a small group of their number to occupy the moat house, but that doesn't mean that the road is not dangerous. We're going to say 15% chance of a random encounter.
Alright, I'm re-rolling.
I rolled it. Oh, I got a big D. Sorry.
You got a big D. You need a small D to roll. Yay! Random encounter!
Let's just call it XP till we find out it's like an owlbear that just destroys us now.
I did not plan for this.
I was told to just prayer spells.
Well, one of the
fight
first
undead.
times I ever played D&D with Marty was with another guy, and this owlbear killed 3 of his characters in a row. It was the same fucking owlbear.
We just started the campaign, so I was like, okay, so your brother goes out to find out what happened.
Your brother with identical training goes out and like, nope, torn apart by an owlbear.
Was he missing the clue by 4 of you need friends or something?
And then the
No.
and then the cousin went out.
No, it actually brought on the owlbear dice. Owlbear dice.
The
I don't know
dice
if you've
just
heard of
rolled
the
20s.
owlbear
I know
dice.
the owlbear dice, they're green.
Yes.
and
Yes,
kind
the
of
that's where the owlbear dice were born.
Yeah, those owlbear dice, they're not really. They're rounded edges. They're very sketchy in their randomness, it appears. The owlbear dice are the ones that crit killed fucking Darthanon.
Ooh. Yeah.
Wait,
You were there for
Ascension
that.
owlbear.
You were in town for that one.
That's
the
gross, Fox.
owlbears killed
That's-
Darthanon.
No, the dice, the owlbear dice.
Oh, okay, yes. I'm like, owlbears didn't kill Darthanon.
No, the green dragon.
Hanging out with Thoth did. Thoth's had that effect on people. Good time.
I don't know how to do really monstrous classes in this yet, although the framework appears to be there.
God damn it. Perfect picture, but it's all stock photos.
How dare they?
That's
Yeah,
pretty.
just pick Flanders Fields with all the poppies. Somebody made a group of sentient owlbears. Are you allowed?
That's awful.
Are you allowed
Owlbears
to
with tactics?
awaken? Owlbears are monstrous creatures, right?
I can think of one way where you could awaken. Oh
Magical
wait, does
beasts.
polymorph change your type? It does not, does it?
No, but I think I think you can awaken a magical beast. I'm gonna check because that sounds like fun.
Okay. What do we encounter, Marty?
I am building the map right now.
Uh-oh.
A animal or tree turns things into magical beasts.
I just picture someone with way too much money and time on their hands just awakening trees along a path. This will freak everybody out so much.
He's an asshole. Asshole.
So the tree can speak,
Yeah.
but I don't think it can move.
Help me! Kill me!
Why did you do this to me?
Why?
The boredom!
So
The boredom!
I can't see anything. These are huge footprints. The giant must have come through here.
All right.
Oh, that is some nasty trekking right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember the moat house had a lot of like swampy terrain in it. You guys took
Yeah.
this is after you went over Archtree. You found sort of an old cart trail that probably led towards Emridy Meadows, and your cart is like just grinding through the mud in this place.
So Oscar will know his reputation is complete when people just start throwing him in their pants.
Just give him your pants. Give him your pants. He'll let you live.
And you guys want to make sure your initiatives are up to date. The values. This is definitely a perception-based
Oh, no.
initiative.
Oh,
Minor.
mine are not. I did not.
Alker is an expert, and he's got wisdom 4, and he's level 5. So it's 13 for her.
Darian.
Oscar is an expert, and he's 3 and 5, so it's 12, and it's +2 for improved initiative. Yeah.
8.
order. Okay, I'm going to open up the initiative sheet. I need, as you reach this muddy trail, a nature check as you're trying to navigate your wagon through this horrible,
Zalker, right?
this horrible stinking muck. This is Alcur that gets to do this. You do get the +1. I think it's a status bonus from that bell.
Yep.
Bone Crusher, your number's been updated.
Yep, everything's updated for him.
Okay, so
Oh, actually, no question. What is with the steel? Where does that value come from? Steel perception.
Stealth. That's stealth.
Oh, because I know there was a.
It's your stealth check. Put your stealth check in there.
I'm such an asshole.
Yes.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
26.
yeah, so you're navigating to the point where Krieger doesn't have to go out and push, but it is slow going. You're kind of rocking the wagon whenever you do get stuck, and Alker's expertly doing this stuff. We'll say with your great success, you're actually standing when the encounter occurs, because you're good up on the bench using the reins and
Yeah, hopefully they don't pick the standing target.
Snipe.
Okay, so we'll call them the Green Scale Scouts and the Green Scale Pits.
Ambush.
Oh, they are +7, +8.
Jay Fox has a good point. Give it just a really good int item for a monster.
Yeah. I was thinking like wishes. You can just wish it. Become
Yeah, you could do that. We should.
Just wish it intelligence.
I'm gonna use that instead.
And then after you do that, you're gonna wish you gave yourself intelligence and the foresight not to do that.
When in doubt, blame
Oh,
it
it's
on
the killer.
when in doubt, blame it on a wild mage.
How was I supposed to know what was going to happen? You know,
I'm just an asshole.
I'm the Grishack.
Yeah, Grishack. Yeah.
Those are boring. That's exciting. Okay. We haven't had a random encounter for a while, so it's been building.
Pressure.
Yeah. Oh, I know I've got one. Nope. Where the fuck is it? Load, you bastard. It's like 10 different oh, there we go.
Pick the level appropriate one.
Nah. I'm gonna pick the exciting one.
A rampage of dire hippopotamuses. Oh no!
Can I?
You're all eaten by hippopotami. That'd be funny.
At least they kind of swallow and don't chew, so you'd be in there like going, well, this sucks.
Oh, shit.
This reminds me about some doll named Pinocchio.
Right. And the green scale pet has a +11. And I'll make it singular because 2 of them might be bad. I will grab the random number generator and copy pasta in order. Paste values. Bloop. Oh no.
Just giving myself evil here.
All right, Shadow sees it, and then it's the green scale pet. All right, Shadow, you're on top of the wagon. You're just sort of like, what the fuck? And running on all fours, the size of a bull, down this side, like a clearing, like a clear path, off to the left-hand side, is a massive frilled lizard.
Fuck! Pray.
So, Shadow, what are you doing?
Pray.
You notice that the frilled lizard does have scraps and like a collar, like it can be handled. It might even have some bags off the side of it.
Shit.
So Shadow, as you're kind of going sideways in the muck, and Alker's like, mush.
Yeah.
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 So is this like
There's an animal here. It's coming for us. It's got a rider somewhere. Shadows.
Is this like a clearing, or is it like going through the woods?
It is going through some underbrush. We'll say that
The thing is coming, like, charging us.
Yep. We'll say that
Okay,
there is
so
a mucky path that kind of goes like that.
All right.
one action is pray, one action is stand up. Then I'm gonna give it a
Couple shots.
rapid shot. Yeah.
Okay, you are standing on top of a wagon while it's moving. You want to give me a acrobatics check too?
There we go. This is coming into play, is it? 24.
Okay, critical success. I'm not going to ask you for this for the rest of the fight.
Fuck yeah.
Feet are glued to the top of the wagon.
You're just kind of
No, I
planting
don't
them
want
into
that.
one side. Yeah! Just all Shadow. All right.
Okay. Is it an animal?
It is an animal.
29?
You hit it in its frills, right where the frills attach to its neck. Not a critical hit.
31?
That is one away from a critical hit.
Above?
You know, with the critical success in the acrobatics check, I will give you a +1 circumstantial bonus from above.
Right on. So
that's a critical hit.
All right, use that bow your daddy made you.
6d8 plus 1d10.
Oh, this is the longbow.
Yeah.
Okay.
68 plus 1d10 plus. Now that bow has a strength bonus limit cap, right?
No,
That's
it's half your strength score.
Oh.
So
Oh, it's still a +3. Shit. 1, 2, 3. 31 damage.
Okay, you injure the thing. It's still moving forward rapidly, and it's
Do you
not
have
stopping.
crit specialization?
Oh crap! Yes, I do.
Pin that guy to a tree.
He's pinned. He is pinned for. Give me a sec. He has to spend an action
that is awesome.
to unpin himself.
So, bow on page
Equipment.
284.
You reminded me. Yeah, there we go.
If the target is struck by a critical hit and is adjacent to a surface, it gets stuck to that surface by the missile. So it's going through foliage. Is there stuff? Trees?
Yeah, it gets pinned to the ground. An arrow goes right through its claw, right into the ground.
It must spend a DC 10 athletics check to pull the missile free. It can't move from its base until it succeeds.
It's shaking its big frills and making all sorts of hissing noises at this point, and everyone's like, "What the?"
Oh, there's a problem over there.
Oh,
The green scale pet is going to try to make its. You said athletics.
It's an
yes.
athletics.
It rolls a 2. It gets a 16.
Okay, so
Balls.
that one action.
Okay, so
8 in action.
It pulled the arrow out. That ruined one of its actions though, and then it strides forward to its doom. Probably, it strides no problem to here,
Walks up to Krieger and bows.
and then continues.
No doubt.
God damn it! It can't use any of its powers.
You're welcome for the arrow I put in your ass.
It's about to like do this sort of flash of its frills again. Its frills are down.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, it looks like it does not.
Quick, kill it!
It does not belong in this forest. It is bright red and exotic looking and monstrous. And Oscar also sees that it has saddlebags. Krieger.
All right, Krieger is going to stand up.
Okay, the wagon is still technically moving forward, so...
Okay, he's going to jump off the wagon.
Okay, give me a athletics or acrobatics, either or.
I think I am better off with acrobatics, or athletics, rather. Just got to double check with the...
Oscar rolled so bad, that wagon doesn't go for a while.
Found a pothole. Ah, crap.
Okay. 21, you could do that as part of your movement.
Yeah, okay. So he's going to stand up and sudden charge. So as part of the movement, he could want, that's 5.
So you're climbing over... Oh, sorry, you're moving around the...
Yeah,
Because
he can do that, because he's a freak.
You could technically go through the horses if you wanted as well.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get run over, so he's just going to run around the side. He literally runs around and attacks the thing.
Okay. That looks like difficult terrain. Can you make it all the way there?
Not in difficult terrain. No, not with difficult terrain.
Go by the horses.
Yeah, I guess he'll have to go by the horses. And he misses.
Okay.
Do you have enough to get around into the flank?
Maybe.
+2 would help.
Yeah, I'll go.
So you could hop off diagonally in front of the horses as it's slowly moving, and then
5.
10,
Yeah.
15, so that's 30.
Yeah, he gets to move 60 and attack, so.
Okay.
Does the +2 help?
22.
22 is its AC.
Oh, thank you, Adam,
22 helps.
for the tactical advice. That's very, very useful.
I also want a flank!
What are you using now in your maul?
Yeah.
So you go slipping and sliding through the dirt, ducking through the reins of the horses, and kind of up and over. It turns its head towards you. Clock! As your maul goes bouncing off the side of its face.
15 damage. Not
15
reading yet.
damage. It's now bloodied. Ptolemy opens the window. What did you say? Holy shit! It's a big bird, says Ptolemy.
Is Oscar going to...
Oh yeah, sorry, Oscar. Yeah,
That's okay.
I ticked you off.
Oscar's going to stand up, and he's going to draw his weapon because he doesn't have a two-handed weapon that sits in his lap. He's got pointy things that you accidentally cut yourself if you fall asleep with it.
Yeah, it does not have a reaction.
And he's gonna stab him. And I did read my weapon training, and I apologize, Mark. I do get expertise in my stabbing.
Awesome.
My stabbing is effective and efficient. So
Stabby.
1d20 plus 14.
Nice.
AC 21 against his flat-footed AC.
Hits because of its flat-footed AC.
Okay, so I do 4d6 plus 4. So 18 damage.
50, 64 damage. It is very injured.
Ah.
Okay, Oscar steps up and stabs the thing in the side of the eye, just missing its eye, but it's making horrible thrashing noises. You do notice that there are bushes that are moving on both sides as things are coming into the clearing. Ptolemy, it's a bird! He says. He spends an action opening the window. He spends another action closing the window.
And then you might have heard a shield spell.
Right. Actually, he's going to look at... Would you like to step outside and kill the bird for me?
Open
Yes,
the
my
door.
lord.
From his seating position, he opens the side door. Don't let it in.
It's interact.
Interact. Okay, there are things that are not impeded by the mucky terrain, as they probably live in the muck. There are a bunch of hissing 5.5 foot, 6 foot tall, green scaled humanoids wielding flails and javelins, rushing out from the side in numbers. So they come out of the bushes as a move. They're all right here. They
Oh, lordy lord.
There are 2 of them that are going to stride again and then huck their javelins at Alcur.
Hello, gentlemen.
And thrown. AC 15 and AC 12.
They're really not very good at this.
Two javelins. One of them hits the seat where Krieger was sitting. The other one hits the back, right, like behind you if you were sitting down. The other 4 are rushing the side of the wagon, and they're gonna move basically up to it and whip their.
Help! We're being attacked by heathens.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
They're whipping their javelins at Shadow, who is riding the top of the wagon like a boss.
One could
Like
argue
a
they're simply
mouse.
just lacking the education and resources needed to build an effective society.
1 hit.
AC 25 hits.
Yeah.
Other
Okay.
people would argue that they are just savages.
5.
5 damage from the javelin.
Okay.
That was the green scaled defenders, Bone Crusher. Who is
Doors open?
the door on this side is open.
Ah, for fuck's sake. Let's see. Wait, I'm stand,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then I can't get there.
People are gonna be real funny when it comes to Alcur's turn.
I'm gonna lose my flank.
He goes over here,
Mm-hmm.
goes into mountain stance,
Yep.
and just yells at them. "Ah!" Like flexes.
They're moving forward through the muck. It does look like they have flails in their hands,
Aggro, aggro.
and their jaws are full of nasty teeth. There's still movement behind you, Krieger, as some very thinner and sneakier looking lizard men have made their way out. One of them pops out of the bushes here and with a blow dart attacks you.
What a blow dart?
Yep, with a blowgun.
You're gonna Blogart. Oh.
You're gonna bogart the blow
they
dart.
made a technology.
AC 12 off of your armor. And then the other one comes rushing in. Oh, you're flat-footed against this attack, by the way.
That still misses.
Okay.
And then I don't know. It depends on levels because he's a barbarian.
Yep. And
Yeah,
then-
it does depend on levels.
and this one strides in. And is going to try to bite you. Oh, it depends. So, are you flat-footed or not in a flank?
I gotta double check for a flank.
This is the
There's a creature flanking with them higher level than him, I think.
the creature is a first-level creature with sneak attack.
I believe the answer is no.
I'm gonna double check. I'm not positive.
Deny advantage. You aren't flat-footed or hidden, undetected, or flanking creatures your level or lower.
Okay, AC 24. Does that hit?
That hits.
Okay, so he doesn't add a sneak attack. He bites at your flesh for 7 damage.
Okay.
Darian. Hey, Drakester.
The Drake.
Putting in work, Drake. On all fronts, really. Except for
Yeah.
sleep. I need to work on my sleep.
Darian is going
I hear you.
to state remove clear state. It's going to stand up.
Hops out into the muck,
And attacks.
drawing what weapon?
Shield up.
Oh, he's got the Axe of Vengeance there.
Oh, he's got
He
Krieger's
doesn't
old
have a
axe?
shield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, I'm rolling like crap.
Yeah, it
Next.
just simply moves its tail out of the way. Your axe goes down into the dirt,
Crap.
to the muck. Alcur. Adam caught in a...
I'm pretty sure that the wagon's moving forward, to be honest with you.
Is Adam frozen? Yep, he's
Adam's
frozen.
Well, I'm going to get ice cream then.
Hold on, I'm gonna take a screenshot.
That's a great one.
I'm gonna take a quick washroom break while.
screenshot.
Yeah.
Don't go fly. There we go. Gotcha. So I've been collecting photos of people whenever they get they lose connection, and oh, they're pretty.
I know there was one. It was before we started streaming. You guys had
Oh, there's
one
a
you had
bunch.
one of me that you put up for the longest time whenever I wasn't at game.
There's one for you, one for Mark, one for Marty, two for
I think-
Adam, or
I
three
think you had
now.
one, yeah, you had one for John too for a bit. there.
John for John is hilarious. I don't have myself because I can't get myself enough frozen.
That's a lot of meat. Jeez.
Yeah, actually,
They're
it is.
first level, mind you, so they should fall pretty quick. But Krieger's on the wrong side. He should be on the other side clearing the meat with his cleave. But
Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep him busy on this side. Gonna need some help. They're gonna have to roll pretty high to hit Crusher, though.
yep,
Still,
you still can though.
yeah. I was thinking of taking the dragon stance.
You
Next
can only
week.
do one stance at a time, though, right?
Yeah. Later on, there are abilities that let you do more than one stance at the same time, but that's like 16th or 20th level. You can do. You gain the benefits of 2, maybe even more. Does Crusher? I wonder if Crusher has the
We still don't have an Adam. I'm surprised.
We don't.
expert
on here?
strikes.
It's connecting now. It's no longer not connecting.
Oh yeah. I just picture his wife like just unplugging the modem and going, "I'm talking to you."
Let's drop him and then have him reconnect.
He's showing us online.
So he's probably gonna just turn it off. Maybe check his IP address or something. I don't know.
He's got to check his IP address. So.
Yeah.
Going to TwitchCon next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
When do you leave?
Leave on Wednesday. And I'll be back on
Nice.
Sunday. So no game next weekend. This weekend,
That was
however,
one of my weekends off.
well, I'll be rubbing elbows with the TwitchCon peeps.
That's cool.
You tell them we want downloadable videos. Downloadable videos.
Can you download videos from YouTube?
Yeah, I can download videos from Netflix. I can download videos from. Yeah. Because I would totally, like, for the games I miss, I would totally take those and, like, watch them over the course of a weekend or something at work on my breaks and shit.
So you're saying, Marty, be more up to date with your downloads from or uploads to YouTube.
Well, I don't expect that. But if they were on Twitch, it would be so much easier if I could just download it because they're right there right away.
Yeah, Twitch has like a horizon where like they slowly delete things over time.
Yeah.
Whereas
YouTube is forever.
you guys need a D&D decon. Yeah, with the 4 people that might show up. you know.
Hey, Jake, sure, Kenny.
You know.
Yeah.
Marty's thinking about adulting and actually buying a home, like a house. Like I've been renting for 10 plus years out in Seattle, and I think it's about time to pull the trigger on a house. Maybe the first DDD con is at Marty's house.
Yeah.
So you know...
Where's the party? My house.
My house? Whose house? Marty's house. How's it going, Adam? We were just stalling while you were checking your IP address.
Don't worry,
it's
I
Alker's
took
turn.
that screenshot.
It's Elker's turn?
Alker.
I have no idea what face I was making because my video
I'll
didn't
share it,
stop
don't
on my
worry.
end. It just, yeah. Wait a second. I've still got stuff loading up. Woo, I didn't die. Many things were reset. It's the conversation layer? No. Where's the fight happening?
Muddy Trail.
Muddy Trail. All right. So they attacked sort of fruitlessly, and then Crusher ran out and went, "Urgh."
Yeah, and you heard and you felt from the shake of the wagon, Darian hopping out.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, Alker is going to cast a spell. He is going to.
So you stopping the wagon?
No, I'm going to basically cast a spell and move
Keep
the
going.
wagon forward.
Okay.
I'm going to sound burst. That worked really well before.
Nice.
I still not prepared. So we're going to sound burst the big group to the south.
Nice.
What's the area?
It's 10-foot radius.
So you want to get these guys. Boom.
And then just jump
Is
under the cart?
Yeah, so it's a 10-foot burst.
And it scares the horses, and
Horses run off, kill you. Oh no.
Right, and then move the cart forward.
Okay. What is the save that they need to make?
They need to make a fortitude save.
Fuck, my eyes have not adjusted to these new stat blocks.
It takes a while before you can immediately pick out the relevant information.
There we go. 4 at 1d20 plus 8. 17, 20, 26, and 25. Of course I roll really well.
Okay, so the
First
the
two I think fail.
DC
yeah.
is 10, 21.
Okay.
And the ones who fail
That's pretty good DC.
take 18 damage.
Ooh.
The ones who
Nice.
make it take 9 damage. The ones who fail are also deafened for a round.
Okay, the 18 damage more than bloodies them. They are in single-digit hit points. And the 9 damage doesn't quite bloody them. And then deaf really doesn't do anything aside from them not being able to chat with each other. But these guys are deaf. Wham! And then mud everywhere.
And I'm just gonna take everybody out of the cart. We're just gonna.
Okay, let me
Ptolemy's gonna be going. Keep going. It's fine.
let's unfog some space. Yeah, just move it. Horses move at difficult terrain and moving at
I can move 40.
GH. Yeah, and they're considered minions, so you spent an action so that they can move 2.
Twice.
Outside of combat, they probably travel differently than that because you don't have to spend an action for every second, unless you're that nervous Nelly driver who pays attention.
No, I'm happy with them
Yep.
moving at a trot.
Yeah, they are 40-foot movers, difficult terrain, so 20 feet. Yeah, you can move 40 feet out
I
in
think that's
combat.
pretty much exactly what I did.
Okay. Have fun, says Tommy as he goes by. Shadow's just got his like foot dug into a support at the top, and you're top of the round too. Shadow, what are you doing?
Okay, so those. Oh, shit, we're gone. Oh,
Don't you want to stay
what
in
the
longbow range?
fuck? What are you doing?
It's hard to
Okay.
control.
So green scale scouts.
They
So
were throwing
Krieger,
things at me.
Krieger, and those 2 guys are gonna kill them. Crusher's gonna start dealing with these guys. Those guys are deaf. Okay. Who the six that are.
These
So
two,
okay,
these,
question.
These
The
two
great
look
furred
fucked up.
lizard.
Yes, this
The
thing looks
furred lizard.
very hurt.
Okay, so they'll finish it off. I'll take out the 2 that are pretty fucked up.
Okay.
So this guy and then that guy. So which is 1 and 3. So I don't have to. They're not animals, right?
No.
I was checking. So they're not my prey. They're not animals. 12, 13.
I think he's I think he's assigning new prey.
I'm not
Or-
assigning prey.
Oh, then the lizard your prey.
Lizard's still my prey. Right.
Did not die.
No. 14. So there we go. 4. Okay, so plus 15. Okay. 15. Come on, Bob. Where are you?
Do you need us to type in something for you, Ahmed, or?
No. First guy,
26.
26.
Hits him right in the side of the head. How much damage do you do?
2d8 plus, or sorry, 1. Yeah, 2d8 plus
Roll
1.
it.
14.
Okay. Kills that lizard man. The arrow goes right through the side of his head.
It's at the big lizard. That was what his
No.
prey was.
No,
I'm not shooting
small
I'm not shooting.
Oh, you're not shooting it? Okay.
No.
No. So next arrow is going against the
See, I was listening.
guy next to him. 19.
Yes, I wasn't.
Yeah, they don't have their
Number 3.
shields out, so they can't use their reactive shield block. Hits him.
9 damage.
9 damage. That one hits him right in the torso as he's kind of fumbling around in the muck and kills him.
Okay, I have another shot. I'll shoot against the guy that's the next guy down towards Crusher.
Okay, the one that kind of went low on his haunches to get rid of, or to avoid most of that sound burst spell.
14, 11, 8. 12.
Missed.
Robin. missed
Arrow
that.
goes
So it's
sailing over his
1,
head.
2, 3. That's it. Those are my shots.
Okay. Greenscale pet. All right, live. All right. It's gonna take an action to rattle its frills. It is a horrible hissing sound.
Maybe I should have killed that thing.
And all those adjacent to it need to make a will save. This is a fear effect. I know that Darian is got some bonuses and
He's got. Yeah. We'll do the saves first, and then we'll figure that out.
Hard no.
Darian's at plus 11. 27 for Darian.
makes it.
And Krieger. Oh, that's not high enough.
Yeah, the sudden display and hissing of it chills you to the bone. It is a primal sound that makes your mammalian brain squirm.
22?
Both of you make the save. Krieger makes it by 1. All right, that was one action. It then is going to bite at Krieger, I think, because Krieger did a lot of damage.
Yeah, Krieger hit him.
AC 21.
Misses.
This thing is a 5th level creature.
So it does not get a flanking bonus, so it would need to be 6th.
Damn it. And then its tail flicks out towards Darian as it's kind of turned its back to attack Krieger. AC 25.
That'll hit.
Okay, it thwaps you for bone-crushing 19 damage.
Ooh,
Ouch.
Damn.
max.
A bit of slime across the front of your breastplate as this very muscular tail
I
comes
hear the
whipping
sounds
in.
of pain. Are you all right back there?
Ow.
And then the unnerving sound and look of the thing, you're just so glad you're not close to it. However, Krieger is glad that it's close. That he's close to it, standing up to his ankles in mud, lizard things all around.
Rage.
The two lizard folk that are engaging you from the flank, kind of like understand what is happening, and they look a little more cautious. You swing your hammer into the muck; it kind of gets stuck in the muck, and you have to pull it back out. A little puddle of water filling in.
Miss again.
Who are you attacking?
That was the big.
Yeah, the thing is wary of Krieger's swings now and is not going to get fooled again. Oscar, who's riding away on the cart.
I gotta get my fucking boots dirty. This is a bunch of bullshit. Oscar's going to double move to get in there.
Okay,
Like
hopping off the
infiltrate.
cart. Give me your acrobatics or athletics. Yeah, as you hop from the cart.
Hurt. Acrobatics.
The DC is 14.
20 plus 14.
Don't roll 1.
18.
Okay, so yeah, you're able to hop in the muck and your little dwarven feet pumping, or legs are pumping as you get ready to flank.
Stab. AC 20.
Its
flat-footed AC.
flat-footed AC is 20. So at first you're like, oh, I missed it, and then it turned around and opened its flank up to you, and you stab into it.
21 damage.
Holy shnikes.
I learned how to stab.
The thing has this gaping wound as you pull it back by the sucking sound. It looks like you punctured one of its lungs, and it just deflates almost, crashing down into the muck.
There we go.
There's a bunch of hissing from all of them. They all noticed what Oscar did. And all the lizard
Bring it on.
all the lizard folk are angry. They seem pissed off at what you did, Oscar, says Ptolemy from the window.
As he's riding away.
That's fucking stupid. Ptolemy doesn't want to get into the muck. He's just going to ride in the back of the wagon for that sweet, sweet XP. The Greenscale defenders, they are taking an action to take out their shields.
Oh, fuck, it's gonna be a problem.
You gotta use an action to raise them too.
Yep, they also have reactions to raise their shields.
Oh
Yeah,
fuck.
the fighter thing.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So they... Good flanks here. Yeah, there we go. They come in and skipping along the top of the muck with their webbed feet. And lizard-like gaits, they spring into action around Bone Crusher after taking out their shield. So that was a shield, arming themselves with their shields, a movement, and they're going to swing their flails.
Okay.
It's against your flat-footed AC. 12, 19, 19, and 20.
Ooh.
Okay, so this is a excellent training
actually, wait, hold on.
exercise for Crusher.
My AC is 20.
Thank you, Stance.
Well, my mountain's 23.
Okay. 23
So 21.
close.
So it'd be 21.
All right, Bone Crusher, you get to retort as they're swinging their flails in, and
Let's kill one of these assholes. Any of these guys injured? There's a guy with two guys with 9 damage.
the two to the south are the injured ones.
Okay, let's take out. So I'll leave that guy because Darian's on the side.
Okay.
I will focus on that guy down there at the south with a 9.
Mm-hmm.
So let's flurry his dumbass.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, you call him dumb.
17, I mean, sorry.
AC 17, he's going to use his reaction to raise his shield, which brings his AC from 16 to 18. So, they block.
Goddamn. Wait, hold on a second. My things are +1, right?
You have +1 to hit from your hand wraps, yes.
Damn it. It's already loaded.
Okay, so you punched a shield.
14, yeah. I'll do it again.
And just because it's funny, the shield gets in the way.
Again. It was 9, so +4. Suffer me.
And with the shield, its AC is 18, so you push the shield out of the way, and then you punch him in the...
I'm getting you!
you punch him in the jaw.
11 damage.
11 damage. Rocks this guy. He's got 1 hit point left.
So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, all my attacks.
Okay, the scouts.
Did you flurry?
I flurried and then I had 2 attacks. Wait, I have 1 more attack.
Yeah.
I have a move.
Or a move. You could run away.
Yeah, I think I'm
You
gonna
could
do
lay
that.
down in the mud. You can make a mud angel.
Yeah, I think I'll do that, dumbass. He...
Just sort of like no respect for your enemy, just doing an angel.
he's going to step on this side. Do you guys have any reactions, or?
Yeah, they are all taking attacks of opportunity. When
Except for the guy who raised his shield.
That's right. So 3 AOs.
Okay, let them take their AOs.
Let them.
No, you're not letting them. They are taking it.
I'm letting you strike at me.
AC
Use truth,
22, flat-footed, 10 and 19.
1 hit.
Okay, the flail swipes at you for 5 damage, hitting you in the back of your calf, ripping at your flesh with one of its flanges.
Okay.
Flange is a good word.
Flange.
5 damage.
But a lot of them, their flails thumping into the ground and making muddy little puddles when they pull them forth with sucking sounds. Speaking of sucking sounds, as he's walking through the muck in his heavy armor, is Darian,
All right.
who's like breathing kind of funny after getting whapped in the whapped in the chest by the tail.
I don't even think you can.
Remember, you have the
Oh,
dashing
sorry, the Green Scale
Wrong
Scouts
dir-
get to go before Darian. I forgot
Wrong
them.
direction, asshole.
if you're 15 feet away in the mook, an action to turn on the dashing charm will give you the move speed.
Okay,
Yeah.
they're actually shifting backwards to here, and they're firing blow darts at Bone Crusher. It looks like they're like trying to pick on the one that was left behind.
See, I got you, buddy.
Now, what they don't know is that you might be able to flank these motherfuckers, but
Yeah.
Just gonna eat them.
10 and 13, those are 2 misses.
Oh boy.
So they moved, and then they'll so they moved,
That's how it
fired,
feels.
and then they're gonna come in to provide like flanking. I need to...
So there's
They're
not
not
difficult
slow.
terrain for them.
It's not difficult terrain for them. They have terrain advantage in this mucky,
Terrain
swampy.
mastery.
That is an
Swamp
awesome
ass.
advantage right now.
Yep. They kind of just like they're frogmanning on top of the water. Their claws and web toes are just perfect for this muck.
Okay.
It's probably why they're
That's
attacking you here.
Now it's Darian's turn.
Now it's Darian's turn. Yep.
All right. It's I guess that's 10 feet of movement.
Yep. This 2 lizardmen turn around to face Darian. Not the flesh.
AC 33.
Critical hit. He tries to raise his shield, which only pushes the what is it? The axe further into its face.
Yep. And he takes 31 damage.
The axe goes through his mouth and kind of cuts his head open like a can. Blood everywhere. Falls dead into the muck.
And
The one beside him
That's
is
much like
surprised.
the sword and board style. Big axe crits or big axe crits.
oh, yeah, no, I don't get to do that thing. Yeah,
You don't get the crit power?
I don't get the crit power with my expertise. Plus 9 on the secondary attack. So shit, 17.
AC 17. He has an AC 16. He's going to use his shield block.
Can't. He
No,
has
he
to
uses
stab
a
Crusher in the bum.
fucking crusher. Okay, so he tries to raise his shield, but the axe again, trimming above the hedges.
For 33 damage.
This one catches.
Oh, sorry. That's 23.
That's 23. That
I had
14 is.
He still had 9 damage. He was softened up with the soundburst spell. This one you just hit the bridge of his eyes, like you
Yeah.
kind of carved too far in, and he drops to the ground. His turtle's shell shield lying in the muck. Alcur.
Is gonna spend an action to stop the wagon.
Okay. kind of skids a little bit in the muck and then settles in, and you're like, it's gonna take some pushing to. You lost your momentum.
Do I need to go stand in the mud? You'll cast a shield spell.
Okay. And your last action.
You'll go to the edge and peek around the corner.
Okay.
see what's going on.
Shadow.
Shadow's gonna start putting these bastards down. Let's see. There's a problem over here.
Hey, Crusher. Mind if I jump in?
Let's see. That guy's almost dead. All right, so hit the guy who's weak. Be 14. Give me a sec here. Yep.
So we taking the whole big lizard or just the head?
Actually, he's gonna take a round to make a fresh guy his prey. He's gonna make that guy his prey.
Okay.
No, sorry, the scout. This scout. He's gonna make that scout his prey. then he's gonna put 2 rounds into him first. 31.